If you're going with an established, well-regarded agent, there's no reason you should be selling your property for any less than the market value. If it's advertised and marketed correctly, there is no reason why it should ever sell for less. Even if it's on the market for less than you achieve, you're going to get a stampede of people if people think it's undervalued. And you're going to end up in a position where you're going to get offers beyond the asking price. It is always very difficult to pinpoint exactly what price you go on the market at, because the last thing you want to do is put it on for too much and not get anyone walk through your door. But then I fully appreciate you don't want to put it on for too little and it flies on the first day and you think, could I put it on for more money? Now, in this day and age, everyone can do their own due diligence at home. There's enough on the internet now to be able to see what similar properties have sold for, whether it's in your road or similar layout of properties in your town. You can get a general feel for what your property should be worth. I don't think there should be a situation where people are feeling like they are underselling it at any point. You're going to get your very best price or offer in that first 4 to 6 weeks of marketing. If you put it on too high, when your property first goes on the market and it's brand new, I can guarantee if you're looking for a property and you're scrolling through one of the property portals, a lot of people will even set their filter to last 24 hours or last 3 days. Naturally, you scroll through the properties that have been on there a long time, but you don't know why you disregarded them. You just remember you disregarded them for whatever reason. Probably because at the time you felt like it might have been too much money for what it was. Front shot of that property doesn't really enter your mind again as something you should revisit. So when you first launch a property, first 4 weeks of marketing is so crucial. That's when you're going to get the biggest number of inquiries. Everyone's excited because it's a new listing to the market. That's when you can generate as much interest and urgency as possible. That's when we can get on the phone and speak to all of our prospective buyers about this fantastic property that's just hit the market. Getting the price right is so important that you still get people through the door. You go too high and then you're reducing it in 6 to 8 weeks' time. It's very difficult to get that same buzz back off of a reduction than it would have been if you set it at the right price from the outset. That's how we operate. We'll be very honest with what we believe. And that's how, you'd like to think that's how the industry works, but ultimately it's so easy for someone to go in and value it above what they think it's going to achieve and offer a low fee to tempt the seller to give them their listing, which is just so wrong, because all it's doing is sending the seller down a garden path of them thinking that they're going to achieve something that they're not. Then they get on Rightmove or Zoopla or whatever it might be, and they start looking at properties that they probably won't be able to afford because their valuation's been too high in the first place, and it all comes crumbling down. People can do their own due diligence on their property. Some are more difficult than others if it's quite unique, for example, or nothing sold in the area recently. But most people have a bit of an understanding on whether or not their property's been priced too high or too low. Most people should be in the ballpark.